This week might not really feel like it, but we are in the middle of winter, but your plants and gardens shouldn't be forgotten. Becky Garoutte from Rosehill Gardens is here with us this morning to share what should be done with our plants through the winter. First of all, let's talk about all those outdoor plants that are now inside. What should we do for them?
This is a great time to be paying attention to those plants specifically. They're going to be getting dusty. They'd like a little shower. Take them to the kitchen sink or actually into your shower.
Really?
Give them a quick rinse. Look for any dead foliage. Get all the pots all cleaned out. Also a good time to check for pests. This is usually when you start seeing things like aphids or, lovely, and spider mites and mealybugs. And you can go the chemical route, or we can do some really simple household things here. A mixture of 1 part either hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol and 10 parts water.
All right.
And
you literally just give it a bath.
Cotton pad.
A sponge bath.
Yeah, exactly. And so where you want to check is usually on the back side of the leaf is where you're going to see the pest. And so just a quick wipe to get that off with that. Check back every few days. And you can avoid the chemical route completely that way. Otherwise, look for a good systemic, which means it goes on to, you water it in, goes in through the root system, and then it becomes toxic to the insects from there.
That's a great idea. All right, so is now a good time to prune my shrubs or no?
That is a mixed question.
All right.
If it flowers,
loaded question.
Very loaded. If it flowers early in the spring, don't touch it now because those buds have already set, and if you clip them now, you're going to be cutting off your flowers that you want to see in the spring. If it flowers later, or if it's a non-flowering, then this is a good time, especially for rejuvenation type pruning, which is when you're going to go in deep, like on things that you cut all the way back, like a butterfly bush. If you didn't get to it in the fall, still great time to do it and give it a nice deep cut so that it grows out well.
What about my monstrous overgrown rose bush?
Your monstrous overgrown rose bush, depending on the type, could do quite well right now. I recommend that on roses, I like to see them left and not have fresh cuts going into the winter. So it needs to be earlier or earlier in the season or early in the spring.
Got it. Okay, so let's talk spring bulbs. Now, God forbid I didn't get any planted before, the ground froze. Is it too late?
As long as the soil can be worked, you can put them in the ground. But right now, a great way to handle that is to go ahead and plant them in pots. You want to layer them in with your largest ones deepest and the smallest ones to the top. And you're going to go about 3 times the depth in any container that is weather resistant, so resins are good, and just go ahead, get them nestled down in, get the soil compacted, give them a good water, and let them sit. They can stay outside, and then in the spring they're going to pop just like they would in your flower beds.
That's what she said. That's awesome. These are so cute. This is a what?
A common name would be grape hyacinth. It's also known as Muscari latifolium.
All right.
It's going to be a cute little thing about this tall. Another good hyacinth for right now that you can bring indoors to bloom is hyacinth Delft blue. If you can find that out in the marketplace, just put some in a container, little jar, little glass, on some pebbles, water up to the root circle. It's going to bloom right in your house. Give you a great pop of color.
Great advice, Becky. That is awesome. Thanks so much. All right, still to